Go to Christian?
In genres?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was scrolling through and I saw artists we love and I was like, I wonder if Los Semi's in there.
We're scrolling a lot.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Well, there's like
They
Lauren.
have a lot of artists they love. That's not anything bad.
Lauren Daigle's all the way down here. There's Hillsong there, more Hillsong. And then there's you.
Whoa. I'm an artist they love.
So I haven't done a diary entry in a little bit. I'm feeling pretty overwhelmed about getting things together for the show. So I don't want to diminish the fact that I have help, but I also just want to emphasize like how much is on me to do and how much like just nothing, truly like nothing happens if I am not the force and the fuel behind that happening, which I remember can be an advantage, right? Like the fact that I, have been so independent for so long is that like I don't expect anyone to help me out if I am not the person asking for that. But it's stuff like, it's just stuff like, the van rental stuff and rehearsal space stuff and like sound engineer stuff and just all that sort of coordination is something that I'm responsible for. Great, because I have control, but bad sometimes, stressful because we're also trying to get Francis down to 1 nap a day. Some raspberries. Muffin! That's right, muffin! I would recommend enjoying this time because it gets weirder when you just like order a glass of milk as you get older. Also, I need to rehearse. I feel weird doing this to you because this is really your playtime. This feels a little bit like playing Wonderwall at an unsuspecting person. But this song is called Jesus from Texas. I get jealous of artists who have such a mechanism behind them that they really can just focus on the creative component of their work. That's the only thing they're responsible for. I'm not there yet, but I want to earn it. I want to get there. I want to get there so that there's forces behind me that are like, hey Grace, we're gonna do the van. You sign off on the creative stuff and we'll take care of the logistics. I don't know if any of y'all are creative watching this, but for many of us, if you can write a song in your head, you probably aren't great at Microsoft Excel. I'm gonna drink some water, I'm gonna shower, baby, and then I'm gonna just try and rehearse as much as I can. And I know I need to do emails, but I also need to fucking play my guitar today. I need to do it. It's all I wanna do. I don't wanna send emails. I was not made for emails. Bing, bop, boop, bop, beep, bop, bam. The type of Lord I'm on, you wouldn't understand. The type of prayer I'm on, you wouldn't understand. There's a certain type of person that knows exactly what the Christian kids bopification of a song will be. One holy God, I'm gonna keep on dancing for the one holy God. See? It's all up here. I'm so excited to play my guitar and wish away my sorrows. Gotta remember how to play this.
Come on by, 'cause she made the play. Loving her is drinking water. After only shooting liquor my whole life, there's a hurt left from her father. So I'll build her a new house to live inside. And I swear to God that I'll be her armor with everything that I have to offer. I surely will not know a greater honor than love of an eldest daughter.
Okay, so here we have all the shirts.
Yep.
Are done.
Yep. So
These are ready to send.
these are ready. These are ready to go. Made with love by Semler's family.
I cried today about getting this tour together. It's 2 shows. I don't know how I'm gonna do everything and get everything done. I know I will because I have to. I just really want to put on a good show and create a cool space for people to be, because I know that, you know, if you relate to what I talk about in my music, that we could all use a good time. I just want these shows to be a good time. But I think a lot of independent artists pray. I think we have to. Like, everything that I'm doing right now is on the hope, is out of faith that this will spin into something, that this will become a great show, a great record. There is no one telling me this is a good idea. There's actually the opposite. If I stayed home, I just think my accountant Dan would be a lot happier. Shout out Dan though, I love you. I don't love you. That's weird. I do love what he does. We love Dan. But we're in a strictly professional dynamic. I'm sorry, Dan. I shouldn't bring Dan into this. Anyway, guess who's joining as our tour manager?
Hey guys, come with me to vlog.
Nose is too stuffy.
You don't think you can talk?
Oh my god, I look like I got punched in the face.
I kind of did, emotionally.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
I figured if I was gonna do a video diary that I should.
Give him the good, the bad, the ugly. Not the ugly. Never the ugly.
I'm just feeling pretty overwhelmed with getting these shows and everything together for... Oh my god, my ears were so blocked. I kind of can't even look at the camera because I'm so embarrassed. And I couldn't look at you because I'm embarrassed. I think the whole thing is pretty embarrassing.
It's not.
Well, it's embarrassing to like... I just take it pretty hard, and I'm pretty overwhelmed with just items to do, and I feel unprepared. I feel very unprepared for these shows. I spent today working, and my list isn't any shorter. You know, I do have the question in my head of like, this could just be totally for nothing. Not for nothing, but
It's
like...
not for nothing anyway. In any case, it's not going to be for nothing.
I believe that, but I think that like, I've just been working so hard. I'm hoping that like what we've been building, I wanted to have a moment, and I just realized that I'm responsible for so much of that, and the pressure of like being the team captain of like an unproven thing is tricky.
I know.
Okay, we can turn it off now.
I'm trying to get out the last of these signed notes and posters for our Chicago show. I will apologize in advance if some of y'all didn't receive your poster by the time of the show. We've been really doing our best to try and get these out, but you can always email this address and I will make sure to get you a poster. Wow. I hadn't looked at myself today yet at all. Every hour needs to be accounted for in the lead up to these shows. I just hope you know that even if it isn't perfect, I'm giving this my all, and everyone who's putting so much into getting these shows off the ground is giving it their all as well. I hope that we can just honor your time and your commitment and energy to this project. And that's part of why, you know, I won't get an opportunity to meet everybody at the shows, but I wanted to send notes to everyone who is coming just to let you know how thankful I am and how I cannot emphasize enough. None of this happens without you. Maybe I'll always feel a little bit like an underdog just because I'm so different in some ways. I have today and tomorrow to get tour items done and also to try and rehearse more. And then, I mean, it's kind of showtime. I'm gonna try and get this diary entry up for you before I go. So maybe when you see me on stage in Chicago, those of you who watch these entries will be especially proud, because you'll know it has been a bumpy journey to put out this album, to, you know, stand 10 toes down behind this body of work, to keep going. But something I know about myself is like, if I was gonna quit, if I was gonna stop pursuing this, I just would have by now. Every time I get rejected, which is a lot, that's not unique to me. That's so many artists and creative people. You mostly receive rejection, but every time I've been rejected this last year, shopping around the album, like all this stuff, it was a lot of no. And I just remember like getting those emails and having those phone calls and conversations and just being like, I'm just not gonna stop though. That was a weird realization. It almost bummed me out a little bit because I'd be rejected, and I just know that if I desired deeply to do something else, that maybe my life would be easier in some ways. But every time I would get rejected, it just became more apparent to me that like, shoot, I'm just not gonna stop. Like there's just no rejection that seems to be the one that's gonna fold me. Even I'll have bad days, like I will cry about it, I'll have really bad days, but I'll just know in my heart like, oh man, like I kind of wish that was the one that would be like, well, I guess I should pack it up and become an accountant or something. But I failed math so many times, I graduated late, couldn't do that.